I think the hardest thing for people is just like, everybody isn't creative. So, and that's what I've realized. Like recently I had a talk with my mom. My mom is a nurse practitioner. She has her own, a company now. Like she's fully doing her entrepreneur. I'm like, go mom, go mom. But like when we're both talking about our business, she's by the books of what she went to school for nurse. Like it's the same type of system every day. Yeah. For me, my job is all creative. It's all for my mind. It's all, I have to come up with the new content every month. Right. Like I'm creating this from my brain. Right. Like the new fresh ideas. And after one idea is done, guess what?
Is another one.
We have to do another one. Right.
Like
the brain can't stop.
Good idea, now we buying merch.
That's ghetto.
Payment miss.
Ooh, the ghetto.
Say she quit.
Ooh, the ghetto.
Late on your rent.
Rent is ghetto.
New event.
Ooh, the ghetto.
Invoice in.
That ain't ghetto.
Money spin.
Oh, that's ghetto. Hold on, it's kind of ghetto being a CEO.
Hey guys, it's me, Marketing By Monrae, and welcome back to the Ghetto CEO show. I'm super excited that you are here because as you guys know, and if you don't know, you need to know that the Ghetto CEO show is all about educating CEOs on what the behind the scenes of being a CEO really is like, right? Being a CEO is hard. It's hard as fuck, actually, right? But we need to know what the behind the scenes of being a CEO actually is. And so I want you guys to see the raw and unfiltered cut of being a CEO. And so that's what the Ghetto CEO show is all about. And so I bring you guys guests that are willing to open up, be unfiltered, and tell you all the things that they might not share online all the time. Because, being a CEO, sometimes in the forefront, you're glamorizing what you're doing because people, you don't always show the bad stuff. But I want people to see on the Ghetto CEO show that being a CEO is actually ghetto. So we got our next guest on the episode is our girl, Jayla Koriyan.
It's
about to be a situation.
Like, what's the tea?
Listen, I'm excited that you came on the Ghetto CEO show because being a CEO is ghetto. And I think the streets need to know.
Okay.
So let them know about who you are, what your business is, and why they need to know Jayla.
Yes. So I'm Jayla Koriyan, a YouTube personality, model, author, boutique owner, TV personality. I'm kind of the girl that dabbles into it all.
Yes.
Like I like to explore. I like to launch new businesses. I'm into branding. I'm into packaging. I'm into the visuals.
Yes.
The brands book me to create content for them, do my own commercial, use their products.
Yes.
So I'm overall just into social media and into like the look of things.
Yes, I love that because you've been rocking for a while. Like I think I was on your Instagram page the other day and someone was like, girl, I remember you from like 7 years ago. So how did you start your business and how long you been doing this?
Yes, so I have been on YouTube since 2010.
Wow.
I started in high school.
The GOAT.
Okay. I started in high school before it was this big craze of influencers and content creators. Like I literally was just trying to explore how to do my hair and what fashions look good. Like that was really my thing. And it has grown into a full-time career for me. Yeah. So.
I love that. You said 2010?
2010.
Listen, that's 13 years.
Yeah.
And you know what? One thing that I say, I think I say this on every episode, right? But one thing that I say is that A players are not just given, like they're born, right? So like you said, you've been doing this for 13 years and people think that you're like gonna just blow up overnight.
Yeah. They really think that. Like they think that it's gonna happen in 2 years, like it's a 1-2 thing. And I'm like, y'all, I've been doing this.
Yes.
I've been launched. I didn't just launch this business. I launched another business before this business.
Yeah.
I've already done the test trials of it all. And I think that when people jump into it, they just think that they're going to have automatic success. Yeah. When my success took 13 years.
13 years.
Like my success didn't just happen overnight. I don't have that story.
Absolutely. And people so this is my 10th year in business. And so I think people just think like, oh my God, it's been 30 days. Why is it not working out?
Yep.
And so I want people to know like it is grind. grind. It is hard. It is tough.
Yeah.
But it's worth it in the end.
Yeah.
So tell them about your businesses. So I know you got like 50 businesses. Like she got 13 kids. Okay.
I know.
But you are a hustler and I love it. So tell them about your business.
So I feel like, I guess we could talk about like physical products, which is the boutique.
Yeah.
So as far as clothing, people are always asked, okay, so this is what made me get into like a business.
Yeah.
So on YouTube, brands were paying me hair companies were paying me to like rock their hair.
Okay.
So my first business her name was Glam Textures.
Come on now.
I was selling the bundles to my college girl. I was in college. I started this in college.
Come on.
So I just knew that like, because hair was a big thing and I was being paid, I was like, okay, so if they're paying me this for the hair, then well, I need to go collect the coins within my own company for it. So like I had all the college girls' hair fly. I had a hairstylist that was doing all the girls' hair. Like we was tag teaming, making sure all the girls' bundles was fly on campus.
Yes.
So I started off with hair, realized like I wasn't that much passionate about hair. Like I like hair, but after you do but so many styles, you're going to get your favorite style. And you're going to say,
that's
okay.
it. Bust down middle part.
I want mine. I want my style.
Yes.
So, and I wasn't really into like the colors, like the reds and the pinks. And I feel like that was an era.
Yeah.
But then when you start growing up.
You like, I'm an adult now.
I am an adult. Okay? I cannot do that neon green.
No, I can't step out.
No. So after that, fashion was something that I was really passionate about. And I was like, okay, so maybe I need to have a clothing store.
Yeah.
And that I feel like matches my personality a lot more because we're always getting dressed and stuff.
Yes.
So then I just spun into fashion.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I think that goes, like you said, goes with your personality, right? Because there's some girls that I just be like, she got the look. You know what I'm saying? Like, even when you think about Rihanna, like, she a fashion girl. Like, she just that girl, it girl. She's a cute girl.
Yeah.
But there's some people that have fashion brings you like, I don't
You
really
see the fashion in it. Yeah.
No, I would have seen this.
Yeah,
or that,
I would have. You could have did this.
Right. Yes, absolutely.
So I went to school for fashion merchandising.
Oh, dope.
So, my claim to fame of like my OG subscribers of people that's like, oh my God, I've been rocking with you for 10 years.
Yeah.
These are girls that have like watched me go to college. So I documented my college experience on YouTube.
That's
all
fire.
4 years. You can go back freshman, sophomore, junior, senior year. You can watch all my college videos.
Yeah.
So they watched me for that experience and I went to school for fashion merchandising. And now we see what you can go to college for and like how it is, but back then we didn't know.
Right.
You didn't like
Facts.
how do you get into fashion? Like you go to school for my mom's biggest thing was like, so you want to go to school for fashion? It's kind of looked down upon. They like,
how you gonna make money, baby?
Yeah, babe, sweetie. I don't know if this is gonna work.
Right.
But luckily, she saw my YouTube channel. She saw like girls were actually, although she was like, I don't know this fashion stuff. She was like, I mean, the girls like the fashion.
Right.
They watching it. So she allowed me to go to college for fashion merchandising.
Shout out to mom.
Shout out to mom. Thank you for believing in me.
Yes.
And when I was there, I knew I was going to work for somebody else. Like I knew I was going to be a fashion buyer. I was going to go and work for somebody else and just be buying fashion for somebody else. I didn't even see it in my mind like that I could do it for myself. I never seen nobody do it. I didn't know how to do it.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
So I feel like it did take the first start of like starting the business. Even when I did hair, I knew I wanted to do fashion. I just couldn't make the pieces connect.
Yeah.
It takes time.
Yes.
It takes going to classes.
Yeah.
It takes networking. It takes all of these things.
Right.
So, it is a learning curve with starting the business. And in your first or 2 years, it may not do nothing.
It may not work. But that's one thing that I say all the time. When you walking in your purpose, God is going to continue to provide you clarity.
Yes.
So, but a lot of people just don't start walking. Like if you start walking, you'll get the clarity. And I feel like that's exactly what you did.
Yeah.
And that's just so, it's key to just begin to go, begin to walk, begin to figure it out. Because when I first started my business, I had an agency. So I used to do done for you services. I would do the ads, I would do the emails, I do all the things. But I started walking and the clarity looked like I needed to educate. And the clarity looked like, okay, now you got a brand. And I'm like, Monrae, like, what is that? Like, what do you mean? You know what I'm saying? So then the personal brand started to grow. Now people like, I'm speaking and we have this show and our network and all of those things. So it's like, the more we walk, the more your vision is unfold.
Yeah. The more layers. Because I like to look at it as like layers. Like the first layer, then the second layer. So even when you say like, oh, you have all of these businesses and you've done all of these things, these are layers that each year is being layered on top. I didn't just come out the gate with, I'm doing YouTube and I'm working on brand contracts and I'm on the TV show and I have the boutique. No, these things,
layered on top of each
now
other.
We're here.
Right.
We have arrived now.
Right. We are here now. But that's the thing that I think people don't really realize, is because especially like you hear from girls that want to start nowadays, or even women that's in their second life, right? Like they've retired or they quit their job and they're ready to start the business and they feel like, okay, this is the end goal, so I need to begin how I want to end. And if you would have started with all those things, like you would have been you probably been like,
Like, I don't even know which one to pick, which one make money. Like, let's start there.
You gotta focus. You gotta have a focus. And so I love that the core of it was content. The core of it was YouTube, and it allows you to have those different layers to go deeper. So tell us about Jayla's Closet, right? Like, I know you love, first of all, I be on your Instagram and I'm like, that's so cute. I need that, right? Like, how did you start it? I know you went to school for fashion, but how do you start it and where is it today? Like, do you already have do you have a team? Like, what does this look like for you in this growth phase?
Yes. So in this growth phase, I am a one-woman show. Yes. So I manage basically everything.
And it's ghetto.
It's ghetto. And I have had team members. I have had like virtual assistants and contractors, whether I had a photographer on or whether I had somebody for marketing on. Like, I'm definitely hired for these positions. And I just feel like building a team is like the top of the layer that is like the hardest. Because guess what? Nobody told me or taught me how to be the CEO.
Girl.
How to lead the company. Yeah. So it's like, okay, so I've led myself and I'm doing this, but then when you bring in other personalities and other people's work ethics, and then I also have to teach you what I know, that's the part. I was like, dang, okay, so I have all this knowledge in my head, but now I have to teach somebody else because they don't know. Yeah. I have to train the person for the position.
Yes. And that's I think... And this is why I love Ghetto CEO so much, right? Like, I love this space that we're creating, because a lot of times people do not, you go to school for the marketing, you go to school for the operations, you go to school, like, you could get all of that stuff, but nobody's teaching you like how to be a leader. Nobody's teaching you how to manage somebody's attitude. Like, nobody's teaching you how to make somebody a contractor instead of a W-2. No, like, nobody's teaching us that, right? And so those are the things that we end up paying for the mistakes we make. And it's crazy because those are the things that's like, that's the things that's taking us out. Like, those are the things we're crying about. We have mental anxiety about at night because it's so much stuff that it's like an onion. Like, as you get deeper into this, you like, well, I ain't know that. I ain't know that. I ain't know that. So I think girl, I tap in. Okay. I subscribe to what you are saying. It's hard. And like I was telling somebody else that I was like, the thing that's hardest about building a team is the fact that you are relying on somebody else realizing their own potential. And it's like, I don't got time for you to figure out that you great. Like, I see it. That's why I hired you. But you don't even know, like, that you could be a beast. And if you let me tap in, like, if you actually subscribe to the vision, you could be the best social media manager, the best marketer, the best whatever. But everybody want to be the forefront. And I tell people, being the CEO is ghetto. Like, that's why I like... And when I go work with corporations, I'm behind the scenes. I don't give a fuck about what their bottom line is, all of that. Like, I just got to come in and do my job. When you do your brand partnerships, it's like I do my job and go. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know. I just feel like with the team also. So the next component of it is like making sure like the people on your team don't want your spot.
Yes. Oh, that's
it's
good.
like, I don't want to compete with you. Like, I know that you like what I do, but I want you to like what you do.
Yeah.
So I've also had the experience of like, once I bring somebody around my world, then they want to be the YouTuber.
Yeah.
Then they want to be the content. They don't want to do the work behind the scenes. They want to be the star.
Yeah.
And so I have to watch out for that. So I always have to ask, like, what is your vision of life?
Yeah.
Like, some people truly want to be behind the snées.
Yeah.
They're like, that front camera stuff.
Yeah.
But then it's people that are looking for like a come up.
Yeah, and then it's like they're not even aware that is something that they want until they see it, but because you don't show the trials to
it looks so cute.
Yeah, like you don't show the bullshit to your employees. Like, why would I show you that I gotta pay payroll this week, but I don't know how I'm figure it out, but I'm figuring the fuck out. You know what I mean? Like, why?
I gotta make the sales come into the business. Like, the sales gotta come into the business.
Yes.
The money has to come into the business.
Exactly.
Like, you just sitting back getting a little whatever, but I'm over here trying to figure out the marketing, trying to figure out
recording all the videos, YouTube and dancing, doing all the TikTok.
It's a dance. It's the TikTok dances for me.
Yeah.
It is that day on TikTok. I said, when did we get here? Like, I swear, like, I don't want a TikTok.
Right.
Like, can you imagine? Like, I'm a true YouTuber, long form content, hold the vlog camera, and now they got me over there on TikTok putting words on the screen, going like this.
Right.
And we gaining followers over there, and that's how the algorithm works.
Yes.
So it's kind of like also within having your own company, like, you have to grow with the times, and you cannot skip a step. Like, you have to move on. You got to go to the next.
Ooh, that's good.
The next thing.
Yes, and I said that's good because that is, I think, especially for our seasoned business owners, that's something that is hard to like move with the times, get with the algorithm, get with these changes. Because like, I have some of my clients, they'll sit up and complain all day. Like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to dance. I don't want to, but you just like, I don't want to, but I got to. Like, I don't have a
part
choice.
of the job description.
Yes. Come on.
To have a business now, social media is a part of the job description.
Yes, absolutely.
It's like no way around it.
No, it's none.
And I wish it was something. And I'm the content creator, and I'm like, nah, like, to get them sales you want, you're gonna have to turn on that camera. You're gonna have to go live. You're gonna have to do something.
Yeah. And you have to, like, it's no longer an option. And I think a lot of people are looking at content creation as an option. And especially in 2023, this is the year of content, right? And so we have to be creating, and people need to see your message. They need to see what you have to talk about and who you are, the person behind the brand, so that you could be able to, they can buy into you. Like, people love you. Like, they like, oh, your clothes is cute, girl, but I like this because it's Jayla. You know what I'm saying? Like,
they're buying into the person.
Yes.
I think the hardest thing for people is just like, everybody isn't creative. So, and that's what I've realized. Like, recently I had a talk with my mom. My mom is a nurse practitioner. She has her own, a company now. Like, she's fully doing her entrepreneur. I'm like, go mom, go mom. But like, when we're both talking about our business, she's by the books of what she went to school for nurse. Like, it's the same type of system every day. For me, my job is all creative. It's all for my mind. It's all, I have to come up with the new content every month. Like, I'm creating this from my brain. The new fresh ideas. And after one idea is done, guess what?
Is another one.
We have to do another one.
Right.
Like, the brain can't stop.
Yeah.
I have even tried to hire for, a marketing social media person, like a second brain. I literally was telling my manager, like, I need a second brain that thinks like me. Yeah. Went through 100 people. They do not get it.
No. And here's the thing, right? So, because how old are you?
28.
28. I'm 28 too, girl. Okay, so here's my theory. My theory is that girls or guys, right? Like, people that's trying to get on in today's age, and I say this like we old as fuck, but in today's age, they don't have the hustle and grit like we had, right? Like, when I first started my business and I was trying to work with other people, I literally would do whatever it took, right? Like if that means I needed to create a presentation to get it, show you. If I needed to if I wanted to be a social media manager, I would have came up with a whole social media calendar and sent it to you and be like, this is what I think we're gonna do when you want me to get started. Like I was assertive. Like I would just get busy. You know what I'm saying? And one thing that I always leaned on is that my work ethic. Like nobody was gonna outwork me. So the reason why you needed me on your team was because nobody's outworking me. Yeah. And I don't feel like people are showing up like that no more. You know, like people are not showing up like, you can't outwork me. You can't, like, they're just like, well, I deserve this job. I should learn from you. And they learn it for free. They
getting all the tea, all the drip, bare halfway showing up.
Yep. And putting it on their resume because they worked there for 7 days. We're just going to take a moment of silence for that. It's real. Like, it's real. And I think that a lot of times people don't talk about the behind the scenes and why being a CEO is so ghetto, right? Yeah. And so, like, what's the biggest thing, the most irkiest thing for you that makes it like, I love it here, I'll never leave, but this CEO shit is ghetto?
Yeah. I would say it's all of the behind the scene work. So I also have a course, the YouTube Hustle.
Yes.
I named my course The Hustle because the YouTube Hustle. Yeah. Like they see me on YouTube and they think like, oh, I just threw this YouTube video up. No, baby girl, I actually had to watch what I just recorded, edit it. Yeah. I have to create the thumbnail, the title, the description. I have to make sure that the tags on there, like, am I using the right keywords? Yes. Like it gets detailed. Like it's not just throw the video up. Yes. That's not how that works. Right. You have to actually have some skill.
Come on.
You have to develop the skill to make the money. Yes. And then you also have to, YouTube is definitely a hustle. Like,
listen, no, facts. Because I think that people don't think about that content creation honestly is a skill. And the more you practice, like if we was to go back and look at the videos you created 13 years ago, they do not look at the videos now, right? Nope. But it took you 13 years to get to this point where your skill level was this high, right? And so I don't think that people understand that if you just create, then over time you will get better, but you won't start. Do you completely feel like your content is trash? Like you really could take your brand to the next level if you could really figure out how to do marketing, how not to spend all your time online, how to really systemize your social media and get your followers off of social media and into your bank account? Well, listen, I want to give you a free 15-minute content audit with myself and my team. And so we can really dive into your social media page. We can really dive into what you're already doing with marketing, and we can see what gaps you already have. Now listen, I want to show you how you can work with us and we can help you fill in these gaps, but you may get off the call and you may feel completely full and you may not need us. Completely fine with me. So what I want you to do is click the link below, book a call with us so we can see if we can work together this year or if you got everything that you need to go to the next level. Let's go.
But I can say that it is intimidating to start brand new, fresh.
Yeah, absolutely.
Brand new, fresh now, because so many people have already started and you can look and say, oh, their page looks like this and their YouTube channel looks like this and this podcast looks like this and they have this set up. Right. So I do understand the
hesitation.
The hesitation is like I'm putting myself out there to a lot of people, but it's kind of just like, so when you gonna jump in?
Yeah, because I would always say, I'm like, what? You have to think about it like, if I have this fear and I never start, then what am I afraid of? The money? Because that's what's going to come eventually. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you just keep going, because the first time you put a YouTube video out there, let me tell you something, it ain't that many people watching it, you know? So, like, it's like you got to keep going and going and going and going and going, but it's going to get better over time. So just create. And I think that if we just take away that layer of fear, but for you, like you said, the ghettoist thing is like the behind the scenes.
Yeah. So even within me having a YouTube Hustle course, it's still the behind the scenes of the business of the course, the funnels, the welcome email when they get in, managing the girls when they're inside. Does this connect to the group so they can know how to get into the community? Like it's so much that I know. And then it's like, okay, so it's the back end of the course, it's the course, then it's the front end marketing to get the girls in the course. Like, I mean, it's so many things that I have to do.
Yes.
And I know it looks so shiny and so like cool.
Yeah.
But like, I'm really working on my computer every single day. Every single day I wake up and I think about my business. And my brain, like as a creative, I don't know, it bounces from, like, literally, I was just in the office for Jayla's Closet getting mystery boxes because I have mystery boxes that they're buying now.
Yes.
So I was doing that, still thinking about the vlog that needs to be done because I have a sponsor that needs to go in the vlog and they want it tomorrow. So you can only imagine how many things at one time I'm juggling in my brain that I'm bouncing. I'm bouncing from this phone to this phone to this computer to that computer.
Exactly.
I go from the office to the living room to this corner. Like, I mean, I'm running around this house.
Yeah, in a circle,
In
like
a circle,
circuit.
okay? Like, I am really running around this house. So I just think that some people just think it's a lot easier.
Yeah, and it's not, right? Like the behind the scenes stuff, especially as a solopreneur, right? Like it's so much that has to go. And the thing I think, even for me, right? Like, so recently we lost our marketing manager. And so I've been stepping into the seat and the role as a marketing manager. So I'm over that whole department. And the thing for me is that I have to think about every little thing. And if it's not thought about, then I'm the one that I'm going to the car with my other team members like, oh yeah, I forgot to send an email out, y'all. I can't even yell at them because it's me. That's my seat. I gotta be like, oh, y'all ain't doing what y'all supposed to do, you know? I was like, damn, that was me. Like, I fucked up, my bad. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's like the capacity level of your brain. Like, you just have to make so many decisions. And honestly, because of that, a lot of times our personal decisions suffer. Like, we don't want to put on no clothes. We don't want, like, our mental health suffers. We don't want to choose food to eat. We don't, like, because we making so many decisions as a CEO.
Yeah. I know that balancing work-life balance is extremely hard for me, especially having a YouTube channel because I have to always be on. Yeah. So if I'm mentally not in a good place, say I'm going through something in a relationship or with family or whatever it may be, I can't actually have an off day. Yeah. So I literally have to like tell myself, and sometimes it don't work. Yeah. Sometimes I literally am tapped out because it just can't work for the day. Right. But a lot of times I am pushing myself to continue to make the content to be on schedule for the YouTube channel. But I do feel like it has been times that my YouTube channel has suffered because of my personal mental, like how am I supposed to show up on camera happy when I'm really not happy?
And I think that's the thing that is the hardest as a CEO, right? Like, there are no off days. There's no PTO. There's no, like, I don't feel like mental health days. Like, there's none of that, right? Like, you, especially when you're the brand.
When you're
like,
the face.
Yes, when you are the face, you always, it doesn't
Girl, at
matter.
one point I was like, what business can I do that's got nothing to do?
I don't want them to know about me.
I don't want them to know it's me at all. Yeah. I have not found that business. It seems that, me being the face of my business, it works and I'm kind of stuck here a little bit. Yes. And I do really, really enjoy it. It's just trying to find the balance. Yeah. That balance.
It's hard.
Yeah.
And it's hard because especially like when you go through like just things that you just really would love to just keep private. I just would love to be depressed in my room eating
ice cream and Netflix. Why can't I just eat ice cream and Netflix? Yes. Oh, because I have to generate sales today.
Somebody got to pay this payroll.
The money still got to come in. So I actually don't have time to be sad. So I do feel like sometimes personal life does affect the money.
No,
and
absolutely.
it makes me mad.
Yes.
I'll be mad. I'm mad at myself.
Yes, and I'm mad. Don't let it be like if our relationship stuff happened. Because now I'm even more mad because now you fucking up my money.
Now you messing up my mental. You messing up my mental for the day, and I had this going on.
Yes.
Ooh, that one really. So I had to watch who's around me.
Yes.
Because I felt like at some point energy drainers.
Yes.
Were draining me, taking all my little happy little glow.
A little bit.
And they trying to. I'm sad. It's crying in the corner.
Right. Or why every time you call me you sad or you go
it's negative.
Yes.
Like, can we start the day with, hey, like, I hope you have an amazing day. Get something, like, send a positive.
Right.
send some positivity. I'm already
on 10. Like, I already got a lot going on. And I think that's the thing. A lot of times we don't talk about mental health as an entrepreneur because literally I've been in therapy for probably a year now. And I be there Wednesday, 9 a.m. ready to go. Like, I had to move it because of the podcast today. But Friday, I'm be there with bells on. What's up, girl? How you doing? You know? But it's just like having somebody that you can talk to that can say, okay, did you think about it this way? Did you think about it that way? You know, and really, because I feel like, honestly, here's my theory. We as entrepreneurs, our business is around us, right? So we are a direct reflection of our company. So if whatever traumas that we have, whatever anxiety that we have, whatever abandonment issues that we have, whatever trust issues, that literally shows in our companies.
Yep.
And it's like so hard because you got to make sure you whole and well to make this company go. And it's like, but if I'm not, I still got to be here because I still, you know what I mean? Like, it's like this whole rigmarole in this whole thing because it's always something going on. And honestly, like, I would say I wouldn't trade it for the world.
I wouldn't trade it for the world, but I will say that entrepreneurship is the hardest thing that I've ever had to do.
Yes.
Like, it's never ending hardships because every year you want to grow. Yeah. You want to be better than the year before. Ooh, yes. So I almost feel like it's like I'm in competition with myself. And then I'm also trying to build this great thing.
But I think that's the thing too. Like,
I'm trying to outdo myself every year.
Like,
I'm tired of outdoing me. Then the audience be like, what are we doing this year? Oh, what's new? Nothing. If you don't go watch BET After Happily Ever After and catch me on there, girl, like, what you mean, what's new? Yes. So then I'm sitting here thinking, okay, so what we gonna do that's mega this year in 2023?
But it's the pressure because it's like we are always competing with ourselves, right? Like, we always have to be better. We always got to scale. We always got to grow. And I literally remember in 2020 was the year the pandemic hit, right? Mm-hmm. But we had completely changed our business model maybe at the end of 2019. We had started educating and we started the Millionaire Mob University. Well, I'm going every month. I'm hitting it. We started doing 100K months, right? Mm-hmm. At the end of 2020, I was like, oh, shoot, we finna make $1 million. And we hit the $1.1 million in December. And literally December 31st, 12 o'clock, everybody's like going up, the team happy, everybody excited. The clock strikes 12 and they like, how you feeling? I'm like, damn, I gotta do this shit again.
No facts. It start back at 0.
Nobody cares about a has-been.
Once you hit the number, it go back down. Even the goal of like, I want to have 100K month. Well, that's only 30 days. So then the next 30 days, I start back at 0. Yeah. That is a daunting thing to think about.
Yes.
Of like, okay, let's gear back up.
Yeah.
Let's do this rodeo again.
Let's go. Let's shuck and jive. Let's get it together. Like, let's get these channels together. But it's like, that was the thing for me. And I had to get, and then the next year it was the same thing. I was like, I got to get off this hamster wheel.
Oh, oh my God. It's a hamster wheel.
Oh my God.
You running on it. You going.
Full speed.
Full speed on the hamster wheel. The hamster wheel about to come off.
Full speed. And I was like, literally like, I got to get off this hamster wheel. I have to. And I literally didn't understand how. Like, I was just like,
have you figured that out?
Listen, so I didn't get off. God pushed me off, right?
Oh, okay.
But so at the end of 2021, I got pregnant and I was like, oh, like, I'm finna have a baby. Like, I can't be acting like this. Like, I got to be a mom now. And then I had a miscarriage. Okay. And so then when I had the miscarriage, I started going to therapy. I started like I got to focus on myself and I can't get stressed like this. Like, this is too much. And I didn't, like, even around the time that I had the miscarriage, I was working. It was Black Friday. So I was working in the business. I was like, is this why this happened? Like, I can't live like this, right? And so literally all of 2022, my goal was to get off of that hamster wheel. And what I decided was the way to do that was not at every month start at 0. Like, I need to have some type of reoccurring revenue. So in the month, I started 50K or 70K or to get back to that 100K because I can't keep starting at 0 because I'm going to go crazy. Yeah. Because you you start doubting yourself. And when you don't make that,
I was about to say, now let's talk about the mental when you don't hit the goal you want.
Yes.
I'm mad at myself. I mean, it's a whole lot of just internal, like,
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a thing because it's like I don't hit the number or something happens in the business, and because I am the business, my worth is now diminished. I feel like I'm not that girl. I'm not doing my best. I'm not trying.
Although you could be trying your hardest and doing your best, and then it still internally feels like I'm not doing enough. Yes. Although I just slaved for the last 30 days, but I still...
It's not enough. Because at the end of the day, the bills don't care. At the end of the day, like, no, Georgia Power not saying, you try, baby. It's okay. We'll see you next month. No. They still want their money. People still want their stuff. They still want all of those things.
The employees still want to be paid on time. Like,
they is not like, ma'am, I see you going through something over there. You're very depressed. I'm going to forego my check this month. They're not care about that. No, they are not saying that. So it's like this, like you said, it's this hamster wheel of things that you're going through as an entrepreneur. And like I said, we always are in the mode of just like figure it the fuck out. Like we was talking about before, like before we started, that regardless of what happened, I don't care how many tears we cry, how like I could be in fetal position, crying, just rocking myself to sleep, right? And it does not matter because I just have to figure it the fuck out. Yeah. So because of that, y'all, we have a segment in our show called Figure It the Fuck Out, okay?
Ooh, okay.
Yes. So all CEOs, I always say, that is our job. Every day we are literally putting out fires. You probably gonna leave here, it's gonna be a fire waiting on you when you get off. You're like, damn, okay. You know what I mean? So we always are figuring it out. So I'm going to, you see our little cup. I'm going to take.
What is that? What's that in the cup over there?
It's a little scenario. We're going to take one of these out and I'm going to read this. You ready?
What's on the piece of paper?
Let's see. Okay. Ooh, this is a good one. All right. So you were at your friend's house last night. Y'all was brainstorming. Y'all was kikiing all about different business ideas. But you see, 2 weeks later, your friend is now starting that exact business with the exact name. What's next?
The exact same name?
Name, business, colors, trademarked it. What's next?
So I've experienced this. I've also experienced this from outside people. Like I can do something and then like now everybody's doing it. And I'm like, what's that about? Okay.
What's your first emotion? Because it was given, I'm pulling back up to the crib.
This is hard.
Okay.
The only reason this is hard, because I've experienced it so many times in so many different ways, that I, at this point, just know who I can share ideas with. Like, I have this friend. I can say I want to do something, and for some reason, right after that, somehow she want to do it too. And I don't think that she's a bad person, but I had to realize who I am. I inspire people.
Yes.
Like, I inspire people to get up and do something with their lives. Like, they want to do it. So I try to not make it about me.
Yeah.
I try. It's irritating.
Yeah.
It is irritating because it's like, you saw that I was doing this.
Yeah.
You saw that I was doing this. And then you're doing this.
Yeah, okay. We talked about this.
You know that I said this shit.
Yeah, okay. I see you.
I see you.
Yes.
I'm not going to say shit to you no more.
Yes.
Now it's a distance.
Yeah.
Now I got to have you at a distance.
Yeah.
And I don't like when that gets exposed because I'm aware. I don't even call it out.
Yeah.
It's no reason.
Yes.
I just know I see you. So I don't have a solution to that.
Yeah. But I think that's the thing that's also very hard for us as entrepreneurs is, especially entrepreneurs that have personal brands, like having people around us and having the right people around you, right? That actually like pour into you. Because all day you're pouring out. You're pouring out to your people, your community. Like you're pouring out, and if the right people are not pouring into you,
your cup is empty.
Your cup is...
So many times I felt depleted. Like depleted from the relationship, and then I'm looking at the other people and I'm like, dang, y'all got this for me.
Yeah.
Y'all got this many followers for me. Like the relationship's over, but y'all up a whole YouTube channel. Like y'all have all the knowledge. No, none of y'all have given me any knowledge. I'm still doing this on my own. Y'all still got to look at my next step to even know what your step is going to be, because I'm not looking at y'all. Let's be very clear. You got to look at me to know what I'm doing. It's not the other way around.
Exactly.
You had to hear me say it or me do it for it. So I don't know. What do you feel about that? How would you handle that?
So that's funny that you say that, because the thing is, like, friendships are very hard. And I feel like this season of my life, I'm really evaluating everybody that's around me. Everybody. Like, everybody goes through evaluation period. I have cut my own father off. You know what I'm saying? Like, your energy depletes me, so I can't be around you. Your number is blocked. You cannot contact me. Go through my manager. Like,
damn.
They're like, you know what I'm saying? Like, everyone is getting evaluated.
Oh, I always, okay. Any of my subscribers watching this, they'll let you know that Jayla will cut a person off. You're gone.
Period,
You're gone. I do not care. You're gone. I don't care. And they be like, oh, Jayla, she can't keep friends. No, they can't keep me, baby.
Period. Okay? Period. What's your sign?
I'm a Scorpio.
Yes. So my mom is Scorpio, so I was like, it gotta be a Scorpio or Taurus. But no, like, that's so serious. So what I would do in a situation, I mean, honestly, I would have to pray about it, because the old me, Memphis me, new me, would have had to pull back up and see about what we need to talk. Like, we need to talk about this. Like,
because that's what I said. I try not to internalize it. Because sometimes it's not even how we are perceiving it. It's not like that. The person really is inspired. And they're not even aware that they're taking the idea. They're not even aware that now this idea, they're applying it to their life. Now, while it could be some friends that are literally being spiteful, I do get that situation. Sometimes now it's not like
intentional,
that.
Right? And we need to talk about it. Like, we need to have a conversation to see, like, why did you feel like this was okay? Like, how, like, did you even see what you did to me? You know, and because here's the thing, I'm a Taurus, so we are very black and white. So once you go over there to the black, like, I ain't no coming back. So it's like, I want to keep you over here in the white, in the happy side, but like, once you go over there, it's like, it's no coming back, and it's very hard for me to circle the block, you know? So I think that it's very important for, especially me today, like, as I'm evaluating friendships, business relationships, whatever, is to really evaluate, like, why people are here.
Why are you here? Why do you want to be around me? And I realize a lot of people want to be around me for the clout, for their come up. And so I keep it really small. Like, I at some point I had been scared of friendships, like scared of meeting new people, like, because I'm like, people just come around me to take. Take.
Yes.
And I'm like, y'all not giving nothing.
Right. And it's hard. And I think that is what makes being a CEO so ghetto.
Oh my God, the ghetto is. Okay,
so
that would have to be the ghetto is. It's the people that's around, the relationships. It's so hard, because relationships, that's not something that
it thrives you.
Like relationships are so hard. So I think being an entrepreneur is hard. Then the relationship and networking and managing the relationship is the next layer of that. And I don't know. I haven't mastered it. I
don't think it's a master. I think it's something that we always are going to just get better at. So, y'all, being a CEO is ghetto, clearly, as y'all can see. But I thank you so much for coming on the Ghetto CEO show. This has been amazing, y'all. If y'all have gotten gems, if y'all have gotten inspiration, and if you in the tribe, what you call your tribe? What's your tribe name?
Okay, so back in the day, they were my glam squad. Okay, because we get real cute. We gonna put on a cute outfits or whatever.
Yes.
Now I be like calling them like my digital besties.
Come on.
You know, so if I always know who is who, because when they be like, "Oh, we the glam squad," I'm like, "Oh, so y'all,
you an OG?
You an OG?"
Well, let me know in the chat, in the comments, if you are the glam squad or you are a digital bestie. If you coming over here from Jayla community, but I am so excited that you came on the Ghetto CEO show
Yes.
because this was good, girl.
Yeah, thank you so much for inviting me. I loved our chat. I feel like we have a lot of things similar about each other.
Yes.
So, yeah, I like the vibe.
Yes. Well, thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of the Ghetto CEO show. If you guys have any questions, make sure you drop them in the chat and make sure you like, comment, and subscribe and share this to 10 more CEOs. And then you can watch our next episode right here.